Hello, everyone. Welcome back to 10 Minutes Daily Cafe Chat. I'm your host, Emily.
And I am Lisa.
Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday, February 3rd, 2026. There's something about Tuesday that feels very focused, don't you think? Monday is for planning and emails, but Tuesday is when the real work happens.
I totally agree. It's like the dust has settled from the weekend and I can finally see my to-do list clearly. It's my laser focus day.
Laser focus. I like that. It's the perfect mindset for today's lineup because we're looking at some stories that require a bit of deep diving.
I'm all ears. So what's on the menu for today, Emily?
Well, it seems like a lot of movement on the menu today. I mean, literally, everyone is going somewhere. We're covering a heated airline rivalry, a crew heading to space, and a very handy movie review from Sundance.
Rockets and pickpockets, only on this show. I love how unpredictable the news can be.
It's a diverse range for sure. But before we explore those, here's today's keyword quiz. The keyword is quarantine.
Quarantine. That word brings back some memories. Are we talking about what we all had to do during the pandemic?
Exactly. But in the world of space travel, it's a very important and traditional procedure that's been around for decades. Keep listening to find out why our latest astronauts are currently staying in a hotel for 2 weeks.
Space quarantine? I imagine their room service bill is going to be out of this world. Let's get into the first story. I'm ready. Our first story today is about a major battle for dominance at one of the busiest hubs in the world, Chicago's O'Hare International Airport. O'Hare? I've been through there a few times. It's absolutely massive and always feels like a total maze. What's the drama?
Well, the rivalry between United Airlines and American Airlines is reaching a boiling point. United just announced it will have a record 750 daily flights from O'Hare this summer.
750 flights a day? That's just from one airline. Emily, that sounds like a plane taking off or landing every 2 minutes or something. It's practically a continuous stream of metal in the sky. They're increasing their capacity by nearly 10% compared to last year. It's a clear message. They want to be the undisputed kings of Chicago. Wow, that's a lot of jet fuel. What about American Airlines? Are they just going to bow out and let United take the crown?
Definitely not. American is also adding more flights and bringing in much larger planes to handle the crowd. They're both vying for the same travelers, especially the lucrative international and cross-country routes.
Okay, so translation for us regular people, does this mean cheaper tickets because of the competition? Because I'm already looking at my summer flight prices and crying.
It might. Competition usually leads to more choices and can sometimes drive prices down. But, and it's a big but, it also means O'Hare is going to be incredibly crowded this year.
Oh, great. Just what everyone loves. More lines at security and crowded gates. I guess I'll get to the airport 4 hours early instead of my usual 2.
That might be a very wise move. But the connectivity part is actually great news. United is adding more nonstop flights to places like Fairbanks, Alaska, and even more direct routes to Europe.
Alaska? I've always wanted to see the Northern Lights. Maybe I can manifest a trip to Fairbanks soon since there are so many flights now.
Why not? If you're flying from Chicago, you'll have more options than ever. Just be prepared for a very, very busy terminal experience.
I'll bring my noise-canceling headphones, a fully charged tablet, and an extra-large dose of patience.
Good luck with that. Now, moving from commercial planes, for us, to the high-stakes world of space rockets, NASA's SpaceX Crew-12 mission has officially entered quarantine.
Quarantine? Wait, did one of them get a cold at the last minute? That would be such a bummer after all that training.
No. It's actually a standard required procedure. They go into a strict 2-week quarantine before every launch to ensure they don't take any germs or viruses up to the International Space Station.
Oh, I guess that makes perfect sense. You really don't want to be sneezing in a space helmet or having the flu in zero gravity. That would be a literal nightmare.
Exactly. Imagine a virus spreading in a tiny pressurized cabin miles above Earth. There are 4 crew members, astronauts from NASA, the European Space Agency, and even a Russian cosmonaut. They are all currently isolated at the Johnson Space Center in Houston.
what do they actually do in quarantine for 2 whole weeks? Do they just play video games and watch movies all day?
I'm sure they get some downtime, but it's mostly final preparation and health monitoring. They actually just completed something called the CEIT, the Crew Equipment Interface Test. CEIT sounds like another acronym I'll forget in 5 minutes. What does it actually involve? It's basically a full dress rehearsal. They put on their real spacesuits, climb into the actual Dragon capsule, and sit there for hours just to make sure every strap fits and the communication systems are perfectly clear.
Sitting in a tiny capsule for hours just to check the fit? That sounds like the world's least comfortable dress rehearsal, like a long-haul flight in economy class, but with way more buttons.
That's a pretty good analogy. They even have to listen to the specific hums and vibrations of the spacecraft's fans and pumps, so they're not surprised by any weird noises during the actual ascent. That is so detailed. I guess when you are heading into orbit at thousands of miles per hour, you don't want to be asking, wait, what was that sound? Not a chance. Everything is meticulously planned. The earliest launch date is currently set for February 11th. We'll definitely be rooting for a smooth mission. Go Crew-12! We're all sending you some positive vibes from down here on the ground. Finally, a story that is much more handy and maybe a bit closer to home for New Yorkers. We're talking about a new movie called The Only Living Pickpocket in New York. A movie about a pickpocket? Is it one of those cool heist movies where they steal from corrupt billionaires? Not exactly. It stars John Turturro as a classic, old-school pickpocket. It just premiered at Sundance, and it's already getting grade A reviews. John Turturro is always great. But honestly, Emily, are there even pickpockets left in New York? I feel like everyone just uses Apple Pay or their watch. I rarely even carry a wallet. That is exactly what the movie is about. It's about a man who is a master of his craft, using his hands to skillfully slide wallets out of pockets, but he's struggling to survive because no one carries cash anymore.
Oh man, that's actually a hilarious and kind of sad premise. A master thief who is being disrupted by technology. He's like the taxi drivers when Uber first showed up.
Precisely. It's being described as a very sensitive drama about finding your place in a world that has moved on and left you behind. It's less about the crime and more about the human element.
It's kind of ironic, isn't it? We were just talking about all these new high-tech tools recently, and here is a guy whose whole career is being ruined by the Apple Watch.
It really highlights how much our daily habits have changed in just a decade. I honestly can't remember the last time I touched a physical dollar bill. Can you?
Now that you mention it, maybe a month ago? I even pay for my parking meter and my laundry with an app now. This pickpocket would have a very hard time finding anything but a smartphone in my pockets.
And that's the point. The critics are praising it as a character study of a person who takes pride in a skill that society no longer has any use for, legal or not. It's about his identity.
I almost feel for the guy. Wait, no, I don't. He's still a thief, but I'm definitely going to add it to my must-watch list. It sounds like such a unique perspective on modern life.
It's a fascinating look at the analog world clashing with the digital one. Definitely worth a watch.
And that brings us to the end of our Tuesday chat. What a ride today.
We certainly covered a lot of ground and space. I'm going to be extra careful with my phone today after that pickpocket story, though.
Good idea. I might start wearing those cargo pants with the zippers just in case. But before we go, it's time for the keyword quiz answer. What was our word today?
The word was quarantine.
Right, and it's not just for staying home from work, it's that 14-day period where astronauts have to stay germ-free before they launch into space. No sneezing allowed.
Exactly. Quarantine is our keyword. It's all about protection and preparation.
I hope I can travel to some of those new destinations soon. I'm going to start manifesting that Alaska trip right now.
Good luck with that. Just don't let the northern lights distract you from your focused Tuesday work.
Good point. First the work, then the vacation.
Agreed. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please hit that subscribe button. every single one of you makes this cafe a better place to be.
Yes, like, subscribe, and tell your friends. We're growing every day, and we want you all on this journey with us.
Have a wonderful Tuesday, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow for more news and chat.
See ya. Goodbye.